Dunning-Kruger have found out that human beings normally have a bias towards themselves, especially when it comes to competence. Do you know that the majority of people think that they are smarter than they are? Do you know that almost all of us, when we look at ourselves in a mirror, we think that we are beautiful or more handsome than we really are? This is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. What does the Bible say? Now, Apostle Paul says that let no man think highly of himself than he ought to. Now, he uses the word hyperphroneo as if you are high on drugs, thinking of yourself. Have you ever seen some people who are narcissistic enough that they think that they are far much important, far much smart than they really are? That sometimes you even feel sorry for them. But he says, let every man sophroneo, soberly think of himself. Soberly, like you have been high and now you are sober. Right? Then you see yourself in proper self-esteem. Now, your self-esteem have got to be ordinate. When Apostle Paul is writing here, he's more poetic. He's saying that when you phroneo, when you think, do not hyperphroneo. Don't think highly of yourself than you really are. Inordinate self-esteem, which Apostle Paul calls kenodoxos, vain glory. It's glory, of course. There are some people that when we look at them, they look smart. They look important. But now when we zoom in closer, we see that they are just empty shells. It's better for people to think that you're an empty shell and they zoom you closer, and then they find out that you are far much important. Than for them to think that you are smarter or you are important, then they zoom you closer and find out that you're just a nobody. But you need to have a proper self-concept. Know who you are. Understand your strengths and your weaknesses. This saves you from unnecessary pressure and unnecessary depression. It's healthy to think properly of yourself, to know exactly who you are. God have created you as you are for a reason. And it is that reason that you need to find out. This is your season. Just manifest yourself. Appreciate yourself, then the world will appreciate you. With your idiosyncratics. Now the Bible says that humble yourself before the Lord and he will lift you up. Not when you lift yourself up. You need to humble yourself before the Lord. Then he, God, will lift you up. So the way up is the way down. Stay humble. Sit down. And the Lord will lift you up. Listen to this one. He said, sit down until I make your enemies your footstools. What you need to do is to sit down, stay humble, and let God be God.